sports for a Friday night full of NBA. A look at the starting group here for Denver. Brown and Porter Jr. are the 2 and the 3. Gordon and Jokic together in the middle. And it's Murray in at the point. And for Sacramento, the duo inside. It's Murray and Sabonis. Then it's DeMar DeRozan. Then there's Zach LaVine. And it's Ellis in at the 1 spot. And both backcourts in this one stand cream of the crop.
Well, a lot of people would say that this is a guard-oriented league. I think it's a league of all the positions, but tonight, certainly, whoever can win that guard battle will probably go home with the W.
Certainly the headliner tonight. Here's LaVine for 3. It's not going to go for him. And here's Denver. It's a 3-point game. And here's Gordon from the arc. The offensive rebound. Outside for Porter. Offline with a 3. Let's go with a 3. Shot by LaVine, no good. Denver has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to talk with the head coach of the Kings. He said Nikola Jokic is so intelligent. He said, we know the offense is going to run through him. So all we can do is mix up our looks defensively. And then at the other end of the floor, make him work on defense. Try to wear him out a little bit. Guys?
All right, appreciate it, Allie. Coach, it's interesting to watch the career path of Aaron Gordon. He's gone from one role in his previous stop, then he arrives to the Nuggets in a completely different role there.
Yeah, Brian, he's become more of a 3rd or 4th guy, and he's embraced the change. Everybody wants to be that number 1 or number 2 guy, but you've got to play a role to be a winner in this league.
And it's resulted in championships.
It sure has.
Porter from outside. It's rebounded by Sabonis. The Kings have gone 1 of 4 to begin this one. Here's LaVine for 3. Jokic grabs the board. The Nuggets have gone 3 of 6 from the floor. For 3, Gordon. Rebound by Sacramento. LaVine surveys the D. Oh, LaVine with another miss.
The green light they gave him early should probably turn red. He needs to get others involved.
From deep, Jokic on target from range.
I mean, with his three-point shooting, Jokic is able to draw opposing bigs out on the perimeter, and that opens up driving lanes for him and his teammates.
Here's DeRozan. And he buries his first look.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Murray passes to Brown. Puts up a 3. And again, Denver with a 3.
They're not wasting any time putting their stamp on this game. What a start.
Yeah, but you can't let up at all. They've got a chance to put this game away early, and they should take it.
For 3, Gordon. That one drops, and it comes off an assist from Porter. Gordon's got 9 points.
Their ability to space the floor has been the story of this game.
Yeah, we thought this might be the case. You see a few of those go through the net, it becomes contagious.
And it's Murray with the ball for Denver. 10-point lead will grant the Kings one of those up-and-coming teams that are knocking at the door.
Yeah, they have some stars, BA. They have some great role players, too. Part of their problem is they're in the Western Conference. It's so hard to just make the play-in tournament in that conference.
They've been very effective so far. A balanced attack at its best.
Yeah, now it's all about maintaining this lead, but you can't start playing it safe. You got to keep attacking and executing.
From outside the arc, and DeRozan gets it to go on the assist by LaVine. DeRozan's got his 2nd bucket on the night. He shoots. And all around the rim that time before dropping.
An efficient shooter like Jokic will always find points. All he needs is the ball.
Here's Ellis, defended by Murray. They kick it out to Murray. DeRozan for 3, and another Sacramento 3.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Gordon on the wing. From deep. Rebound by Sacramento. Ooh, it's stolen away. Fast break. Here come the Nuggets. Three-pointer. And rebounded by Zach LaVine. Kings trail by 9. 3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Gordon outside. It's rebounded by LaVine. From deep three-point land. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. The scoring is fast and furious as we end the first. The Nuggets on top, up 9. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. All right, guys, what do you think so far on the offensive approach for Denver?
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
And I've also really liked how aggressive they've been in the open floor. I mean, when they see a chance to push it, they go for it.
We got Trey Lyles. He's out there with Jonas Valanciunas. And it's Monk in at the 2 spot. That's the 5 out there for the Kings. Well, Coach, there's an interesting story about Watson's draft experience.
Yeah, the story is, Brian, that the Nuggets were willing to trade to move up to get him. That's how much they thought of him. They weren't able to do that, but they were able to get him with the final pick of the first round anyway.
This goes to show you how important scouting is.
And luck.
Here's Chanchar. No good from outside.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
And it's Lyles missing. Denver leading by 12. Watson passes to Jordan. And DeAndre Jordan gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
Here's Carter. No points so far. Here's the 3. Pass to Lyles. Three-pointer. And once again, off the mark by Sacramento. The Nuggets have gone just 1 of 3 to begin the second quarter. Here's Strother. Off target from three-point range.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
Here's Lyles. It's Monk on the wing for 3. He's off on that one. Jordan against Valanciunas. The shot comes out. Kings trail by 12. They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Westbrook, the pass to Chanchar. Monk with a steal. Here we go, one-on-one. And he lobs it up top. And here we go, the Nuggets on the fast break. Here's Jordan. Kicks it out to Westbrook. Pass to Strother. Stolen by Valanciunas. Now the Kings in transition. Lays it in off the pretty lob.
Just great work cashing in on the fast break.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important.
Stan, we know Jokic is one of the best passers this game has ever seen at any position, but his teammates will dish it as well.
Yeah, the Nuggets, by and large, are very unselfish. It's part of their culture. They only bring in guys who are willing to sacrifice for the team's sake.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Jordan with a screen on Carter. Inside. Stolen by Carter. And pushing it up. Here's Sacramento.
The pass, the catch, the slam. What a clean play.
And absolutely jaw-dropping. Westbrook finds Jordan. Hammers the lob through.
I'll tell you, excellent vision from Westbrook. He's no stranger to pick-and-roll execution.
Here's Monk. And the layup is good off the glass.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
And it's Westbrook with the ball for the Denver Nuggets. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. Nails it from beyond the arc. And the Nuggets lead by 9.
And if the defense leaves a man open, Westbrook will find him. Russell's floor awareness helps him rack up the assist.
To the left wing. Outside Monk. There's the three. Hits the trifecta. Monk's got 5.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Fires the 3. Rebound by the Nuggets. Here's Chanchar. Westbrook outside. Second shot opportunity. And it falls all over the rim and in. Westbrook's got his first 2 points of the night. Kings trail by 8. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Now Monk. He's got 5. Off target with the 3.
He's cold from distance here in the second quarter. May want to try a different approach moving forward.
From the arc. And it's Denver with a rebound. Jordan's got 4 rebounds in the game. Left side Watson puts up a 3. And that one comes off the assist by Westbrook. Westbrook's got 4 assists in the game. And so it's the Denver Nuggets closing out the quarter ahead by 11 points. And they push the tempo in this one, getting out in transition and making the defense pay. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this.
Drums, please. They're thinking about the shot.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. And, Coach, you took the Magic to the 2009 NBA Finals. Give us an idea of the different kind of pressure that exists in the finals.
Well, I didn't really feel as much pressure, but at the end of it, it was excruciating to get that close and to have a chance and then to lose in 5 games. Like, you know, even then going through it, that it's going to be hard to get another chance at it. So I would just sum it up and say excruciating.
On the court for Denver. Gordon and Jokic together in the middle. Brown and Porter Jr. are the 2 and the 3. And it's Murray in at the point guard position. Gordon outside. Uncovered. And it's Sacramento with the rebound.
Those are precisely the looks this team is trying to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
Grant, the Denver Nuggets have been on quite the run here in this window of time.
Yeah, B.A., it's all working for Denver in recent years. This is a well-constructed team that they play as a unit, and it makes it so difficult to try to get the best of them.
4-3. Rebound by Sacramento. Sabonis has got 5 rebounds tonight. Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Denver leading by 12. From deep, Jokic. Oh, my. Came close to a 4-point play. He'll head to the line for 3 free throws.
Such a clever player. Jokic is adept at using his body to get these shooting fouls.
And, Coach, a 3-time league MVP, Nikola Jokic joining Moses Malone, Larry Bird, and Magic Johnson. What a list.
Yeah, that's not a bad list at all, Brian. But what stands out beyond Jokic's skill set is the consistency that he produces with every night.
And everybody around him instantly gets better when they play with Jokic.
They love playing with him.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
We've seen scoring totals increasing, and fans might appreciate it, but NBA VP and head of basketball ops Joe Dumars said, quote, "I think what fans really want to see is incredible competition. The score is secondary to that. And guys, you talk about competing, Joe D brought it at both ends of the floor."
No doubt about that. Well said, Allie. Jokic grabs the board.
I understand why he pulled up for the leaner right there, but the defense adjusted to that very well.
Gets the 3 ball to go.
Nice work by Gordon, stretching the floor, opening things up with his range. He's been tremendous at corralling misses all night long.
No doubt how much those boards impact the overall outcome. You can't give them extra chances.
Sabonis with it. Now Porter defending. Here's Murray. Here's DeRozan. DeRozan right in the heart of the D.
And DeRozan is fearless, not afraid of getting inside and going up to score.
Here's Brown. He's covered by Levine. Lets the three fly. Sinks it from distance. Brown's got 12 points.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
And here's Jokic outside. The rebound by Murray. Murray's got 4 rebounds in the game. Here's Levine for 3. It's good. And the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 5 assists tonight. Porter from outside. Connects from downtown. Porter's got his second basket.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first. Yeah, you expect him to make those. Good luck. Just couldn't find the mark.
And it's Jokic missing. Kings trail by 17 to the wing, right side. DeRozan down low. He's got 12. Murray from outside. And another Sacramento 3.
Yeah, this is the kind of confidence you love seeing. Murray not thinking twice at all about firing away.
They kick it out to Murray. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Murray's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. Ellis passes to DeRozan. Murray for 3. Porter pulls it in. And so Porter will bring it up for the Denver Nuggets. Pass to Gordon. Over Murray. Out to Gordon. Launches a 3. It's rebounded by Levine. Levine's got 5 rebounds tonight. The 3. And here's Sabonis. DeRozan for 3. Won't go. And that makes him 5 for 8. Murray from outside. And he can't get that one. And so it's the Denver Nuggets looking in total control with this 17-point advantage. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. DeRozan and Murray in at the forward spots. Then there's Zach LaVine. Then it's Domantas Sabonis. And it's Ellis in at the point. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. From downtown, Denver grabs the miss.
Yeah, there's no reason for the defense to get out on him right now. Just let him keep taking that shot until he shows them he's going to knock it down.
Murray from outside. Porter pulls it in.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. You just missed it.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Keegan Murray. That's his first foul. And stolen by Murray.
Man, they have dominated this game, and their defensive pressure is still in full force.
The Nuggets lead by 17. Jokic with it. It's rebounded by Sabonis. Sabonis has got 8 rebounds in the game. Keegan for 3.
And setting the table for his guys. Sabonis is such a shrewd and cunning distributor.
Pass to Jokic. To the inside. Out to Gordon. Fires the 3. It's hauled in by DeMar DeRozan. Sacramento has gone only 1 of 4 from the perimeter here in this fourth quarter. For Denver, they've got none of their shots to go in this final quarter. 0 for 4. Jokic, good.
Zero hesitation from Jokic. Just so confident in his skills.
DeRozan against Porter. Shot from the wing. Rebounded by Denver. Jokic has got his 16th rebound on the night. For 3, Gordon. Sacramento grabs the miss.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
Yeah, I get it, but you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense.
Oh, wasted no time on that one. Jokic has got 6 points in the quarter. And, Coach, you've been lauded by some of your former players for your pregame preparation. I've seen it myself in the broadcasting world.
Well, I've also been cursed by some of those players for my pregame walkthroughs, Brian. People thought they were way too long.
Oh, count it! Did that just happen, Coach?
That should be worth more than 3 points.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation. Pass to Porter. Back to Murray. Fires for 3. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Sabonis has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. And it's DeRozan missing.
Surprising to see him miss here, but they'll be happy with that shot in most possessions.
Porter's shot is off.
I know that he has the ability and confidence to sink that shot, but better luck next time, maybe.
That's one of those heat check shots, and heat check is a synonym for bad shot.
And it's DeRozan missing.
He's trying to force his way into a rhythm, but that's not helping the team.
And again, it's Denver missing. Kings trail by 17. Lets it go from deep. Nikola Jokic grabs the miss. Jokic has got rebound number 17, if you can believe that. Pass to Gordon. The 3 is up. Outside for Porter. The shot is good on the assist by Jokic. And the Nuggets lead by 20.
It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the Nuggets.
And you don't usually see this kind of blowout, but tonight they delivered the punishment.
I mean, what's so impressive is they never wavered in their approach. They just kept at it and showed they were without a doubt the better team.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Nikola Jokic.
He played big all night, relentless on the glass, just helping his team in the possession battle.
Such a wide open look. There's 49 seconds left to play in the fourth. Here's Brown. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here's Levine for 3. Sinks the tray.
Nice ball movement. Good job by Murray to recognize the situation and create the wide open look.
And here's Porter outside. And Domas Sabonis pulls it down. So it's Sacramento now, trailing by 17. Now here's Levine. Six to shoot. Pulls in another board. And he hauls in his 20th rebound. All right, Allie, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.
But eventually, I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it baked. Kinda like the view with the dice in the mirror, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak beat back in the beer. Let him run, let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla. Let
Going head-to-head in this one. Brent, what will you keep your eye on in that matchup?
Well, Kevin, you're pointing out the guard play, so this is when they have a chance to go one-on-one. Which of these tandems can stand out against the other? Tons of pick and roll, tons of creativity, and we'll see which of these guys can pair off tonight to win this contest.
Let's take a look at our starters from Portland. We've got Anthony Simon. Also, Avdia is out there. Klingon is out there with Grant. And it's Kamare in at the 4.
Simon says hello. Great answer.
Levine against Avdia. Got a hand on it. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Levine. And Portland has possession. Avdia with it. Pass to Simons. Three-pointer. And another 3 for Portland.
Simons has great confidence in shooting that 3 ball, and that consistency will help this squad.
Brent, with Avdia, there's a versatility to his game that not many players can claim.
Yeah, Kevin, it's a great point. He does things on both ends. Sometimes defensively it goes unnoticed, but this guy can play a lot of different positions and is very skilled. He contributes in a lot of ways to his team.
Levine for 3. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
And there's the competitive fire of Levine, getting the 3 points back for them as quick as he can.
And the wide open shot from Avdia. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. From downtown, kicks it out to Ellis. Simons surveying the D. Another shot, and there's a nice layup by Klingon. Klingon's got 5.
And this young man lives on the offensive glass. Tough to stop Klingon when he's that close.
Grant outside. Hits it from 3-point range.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
You could see he wanted to get him back. Sadly, he couldn't capitalize from outside the arc.
Klingon's shot is off. Sacramento's gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from 3-point range so far in the first. Levine's shot is off.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Trailblazers moving the ball around. To the wing right side. Here's Avdia. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
That's a shocker there. Did not expect him to miss from that range. He's got to be shooting close to 60% from there.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, the Blazers are in the midst of a rebuild. Coach Chauncey Billups said it's been a tough couple of years. I'm just here every day grinding through it, helping my guys the best I can. I'm ready for that challenge and that pressure to go out and compete with these best teams. In the NBA, Kevin, this sort of thing takes time.
A lot of time, but the West is tough, David. Thank you. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for Portland.
They're really mucking things up for the opposition, racking up steal after steal, just not letting them develop any kind of offensive rhythm.
Sometimes the offense can be keyed by just quick possession. So you get a steal and you can get out in transition. They seem to be very focused on that end of the floor.
Well, Brent, last season was disappointing for the Kings after being eliminated in the play-in.
Yeah, a little bit of regression. They did have some key injuries to some guys in the stretch of the season that was vital for them to make the playoff push. But I think it helped them realize just how fun the playoffs are and just how hard it is to get back there. And maybe in this offseason they come back a little bit more focused, knowing how loaded the Western Conference is.
Now here's Levine. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
First team time.
Levine for 3. That's in there. Murray with the assist. Levine's got 6.
A rapid-fire release by Levine on that one.
Simons releases from the wing and drills it.
displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. We know who that was.
Here's Simons after the basket by Sabonis.
And that was almost a block. Still did enough to alter the shot.
Yeah, altering the shot, just as long as there's a miss, that kind of energy not wasted.
And he's good on the 3 ball.
And a nice, smooth stroke. When Levine feels that rhythm, he's a knockdown jump shooter.
Portland leading by 8. 3-pointers, Simons. They grab their own miss. Simons on the wing. Fires the 3. Drills the 3-pointer. 14 points for him.
Yeah, they built up this lead 3 points at a time.
Well, a lot of importance placed on outside shooting, and tonight you can see why after that kind of quarter exploding from the perimeter.
What a performance from Anthony Simons. He has been... And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And guys, the Trailblazers enjoying a nice lead here.
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
Keep plays alive with your activity. That's what it's about.
On the court for the Trailblazers, the guard pair are Henderson and Sharp. Walker out there with Matisse Thybulle. And it's Reed in at the 5 down low.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
Yeah, you'd like to keep things a little more simple, and that was a play that didn't quite develop the way they wanted it.
Out of bounds, Sacramento will take possession.
Yeah, that's a tough one. An experienced player in the pro game shouldn't be making that pass.
Pass to Wiles, takes the 3. Rebound by the Trailblazers. At one point, they led by 16. Walker in the corner. The 3. Valanciunas grabs the board. It's intercepted. Fades back. And the shot by Reed, no good.
Not a bad shot from the mid-range. The D's giving it to him, and he's usually got an eye in that kind of range.
Thybulle on the wing. Portland again missing. The Kings trail by 11. Between rebounding, interior scoring, and he shoots the 3. Brent, there's a lot to like about Jonas Valanciunas.
Yeah, Valanciunas has done a really good job of growing his game, Kevin, in today's game. I mean, the modern NBA to have shooting bigs. JV has stepped out and proves that he can hit shots from the top of the key, but it's still that grinding, tough, physical play that you want on a nightly basis, and he gives it to you.
On for 3, off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And finally, someone scores.
Yeah, the buckets have been few and far between, and neither team able to get into any sort of offensive rhythm.
Pass to Laravia, and stolen by Thybulle. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Henderson for 3. Valanciunas grabs the board. For Sacramento, they've gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. Missed inside. Trailblazers leading by 8. Henderson, no one around him. Henderson with another miss.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him. And that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
Here's Sharp. Buries the long-range jumper. And the Trailblazers lead by 11.
And nice work on the perimeter. Defenses must respect Sharp's range.
Pass to Wiles. Carter with it. Good ball movement here by the Kings. Again, the miss by the Kings. Henderson looking it over. And that one's good. Thybulle.
Already a gifted passer, Henderson has solid vision for such a young player.
Here's Valanciunas. Again, the miss by the Kings.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
Thybulle for 3. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep. You know, it used to be teams hoarded their cap space to make a big splash in free agency. But, Brent, why is that less common now?
Well, really, the mechanisms for you to retain and maintain your star power has gotten easier for teams as they have gone out for big extensions to make sure that their star is shining brightest.
Hey, Brent, what's one area where we really see these Portland Trail Blazers excel?
Well, they're great on the offensive glass. They have presence on the inside. They have a ton of focus on just collecting rebounds. So great at retrieving those misses.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. The NBA chose to extinguish G League Ignite. G League President Sharif Abdul-Rahim says with the changing environment across youth and collegiate basketball, now is the right time to take this step. But Kevin, in its short time, the Ignite produced double-digit draftees. So the experiment was a success.
A huge success, D.A. Thank you.
Just an excellent feel for the game. Scoot Henderson understands how offense is played.
And stolen by Thibault. Here's Sharp. From outside, off the mark.
Yeah, and that three-point shot, it really has looked awful here in the second quarter. It hasn't stopped them from attempting them, but it's time to maybe find something else to do. And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
Frustration seems to be mounting here, and you can see not just in their faces, but right now in their quick and hurried shot selection.
3-second difference between...
And with the monster finish, he stops an 11-0 run by the Trailblazers.
And here's Henderson. He has yet to score. Pass to Thibault.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Hey, come around.
Here's Sharp. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's Portland feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break. And they've created a bunch of turnovers with that terrific D. Right back after this break. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. One of the stories here, Anthony Simons getting it done today.
What a menace he was on defense through the first two quarters, just disrupting everything.
Yeah, and that's exactly what he wanted to do out there. Everyone he guarded looked uncomfortable.
Jonas Valanciunas is out there with Trey Lyles. Then there's Carter. Then it's Malik Monk. And it's LaRavia in at the small forward position. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. Hey, Greg, what about Jeremy Grant? He's had about every role you can imagine on any team he's played on.
And Kevin, he started out as a second-round pick, hoping to just make a team. He's been a bench spark plug, a starter, even a #1 option in Detroit for a couple of years. Grant's done it all. Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
And it's out of bounds. The Trailblazers able to retain possession here. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Kings. 3 from the inbound. On defense, the Kings. They get a hand on it. And stolen by Murray. On the wing, Levine. Stolen by Avdia. And now Portland on the break. Floats it up for Grant. And the dunk by Grant.
Ooh, great feed, great finish. That's Jeremy Grant.
Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. Grant against DeRozan. Shoots over Grant. Avdia with the rebound.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts, but otherwise the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
Simons from outside. Sabonis grabs the board. Sabonis has got 6 rebounds here tonight. It's good. DeRozan's got his first bucket of the night.
Nice hustle there. You can count on DeRozan for this. He works so tirelessly as a scorer.
Well, the D doesn't seem to be too worried about him from three-point range, and he shows us why still. I expect him to make one of those.
For 3, Murray. Avdia with the rebound. Avdia's got 4 rebounds in this game. Now the Kings went from 3 seed in 2023 to out of the playoffs completely, Brent, last season.
Well, it speaks to how competitive the Western Conference was. You know, you got to realize, Kevin, Sacramento won just 2 less games than they did after that magical run in 2023. The West was just better, so the Kings got to fill some holes, find some pieces, and hopefully have some guys improve upon what they did last season.
Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the Sacramento Kings, trailing by 19. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Simon.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
For Sacramento, they've gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Ellis kicks to Levine. A three-pointer off the mark.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Pass to Klingon. Offline with his 3. Sacramento's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Stolen by Avdia. Trailblazers leading by 19. Launches a 3. Sacramento grabs the miss. Sabonis has got rebound number 8 now on the night. DeRozan with it. Now Avdia defending. DeRozan's shot is off. The Trailblazers shooting about 35% from the floor. Not much falling for them. They get the rebound. Pass to Klingon. It's good from long range. Klingon's got 8 points in the quarter.
Kind of like playing in the rec league, little to no defense on that possession, and the easiest three-pointer you can imagine.
Here's Levine. Again, the miss by the Kings.
Yeah, my expectations were that he was not going to miss that one. He handles that kind of defense, especially on the inside.
And he has been ice cold from beyond the arc here since halftime, and he continues yet to fire away. He has got to tone it down if he wants to help his team.
Simons finds Avdia. Here's Kamare. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. The kick out to Simon. And it's sent back by Sabonis.
Sabonis has to use good timing in order to block shots. That time he did.
Here's Simons. Grant for 3. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers holding a 22. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Doesn't happen with every point guard in the league as far as setting your teammates up. Lots more scorers now, but right there creating the scoring opportunity for his teammate.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. On the floor for Portland, the guard pair are Henderson and Sharp. Matisse Thybulle's out there with Walker. And it's Reith in at the 5.
Awesome defense, just outstanding effort to reach his big hands in there and just rip the ball away.
The Kings shooting a ghastly 26% from the field. Their offensive game looking completely out of whack. In the corner, it's Levine. There's Ellis with the 3 ball. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. For 3, Henderson. DeRozan with the rebound. Ellis dishes to Levine. A new 14 for the King. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Well, you combine the size with the activity and movement of Sabonis, he becomes a challenge to defend.
Greg, give us one word to describe Domantas Sabonis on the offensive end.
Kevin, I guess I'd say dominant. but that only scratches the surface. The way Sabonis drops dimes, hits shots, and controls the glass, Dominant just doesn't even really begin to say enough.
From deep, Walker. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Sabonis has got 11 rebounds in the game. Here's Murray. He takes it in. Yes, and it's Ellis picking up the assist. Ellis has got 3 assists now in this one.
And first step quickness that time for Murray.
And Reith gets it to go.
Defensively, you can't afford to give him that kind of look, especially down this many points.
Teachable moment there. Lapses like this are backbreakers.
For 3, Ellis bangs home the trifecta.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Here's Reith. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Unloads. The kick out to Sabonis. DeRozan for 3. Offensive rebound. Murray. Nice hit again. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Third personal foul.
A load to deal with inside. The strength of Murray makes him a tough cover.
In 2023, and Brent, you and I remember this, Keegan Murray set an NBA record with 11 consecutive threes in one game.
What an unbelievable night to witness that kind of consistency and a guy locked in like that. I mean, that's different, and it speaks to Murray's focus. But this guy has so much more to contribute to a team and room to grow. That night was special, Kevin.
And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle steps for Portland.
I like their defense tonight, and we don't talk about that side of the ball enough. You can really change a game when you get a bunch of steals and get out in transition.
They've been fantastic tonight, really enforcing giveaways and getting scores on the other end. I mean, you get a few more possessions like that, your confidence grows, and you win that turnover battle. And not a way to get out of a funk. He needs to be looking for good, solid, more efficient shots, not the wild one he took there.
The Kings trail by 20. Here's Ellis. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assist. DeRozan's got 5 assists tonight. Here's Klingon. Defended by Sabonis. Good.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
Here's Levine. Oh!
Yeah. And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Trailblazers.
Fewer miscues made the difference.
Yeah, I mean, a great all-around effort. Not only did they minimize their turnovers, but kept the pressure up on D, forcing the other team to commit turnovers.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Donovan Klingon.
Well, those points he had tonight, all critical, all from energy and activity. He just never stopped.
It's a great dunk. Freakish.
Man overboard.
Wow.
And how's that for a one-man show? Put this fella on Broadway.
The most magnificent alley-oop we could have seen. Here's Simons. There's 47 seconds left in the fourth. Outside, Avdia. Shoots a fader. Sabonis grabs the board. And here comes the break. Levine inside the three-point line. Kicks it out to Ellis. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
Trailblazers ball.
Portland in total control. And guys, they can just sit on the ball here if they want to.
They have earned this win.
So Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. This one was over well before the final buzzer.
is out there with Avdia. And it's Kamare in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Nuggets, pairing up in the backcourt, Murray and Brown. Porter Jr. and Gordon make up the forwards. And it's Jokic in at the 5. You know, on paper, this looks like a lopsided matchup. But anything can happen in the NBA, Grant.
That is the truth. I mean, that's why they play the games. One guy gets hot, a team gets cold. That's all it takes to swing the entire outcome of a game.
And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
Well, the league has put an emphasis to crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
And that gets us rolling. Whew, what a tremendous atmosphere in here tonight.
Boy, I tell you, you're right. You can feel this one looking like it's going to be a tight one throughout.
Now here's Jokic. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to talk with the head coach for Denver. I asked which end of the floor Robert Williams was scarier on, and coach said, I'm definitely afraid of him as a defender. I told my guys to be very careful when going up against him, stick with it, try to draw the fouls off him as much as you can. So the plan is to turn Williams' aggressive defense against him if possible, BA.
Okay, thank you, Allie. Clark, it's been great to see the Nuggets as a perennial powerhouse these past few years.
Well, you know, that's what happens when you get a guy like Nikola Jokic. I mean, he's a game changer, and what a joy to watch. Took a long time for them to finally get to the place where they could win that first title, but usually teams don't become champions overnight. It's a process. Now everybody's scared of him.
Takes a 3. Porter's shot is off.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Now here's Sharp, guarded closely. Pass to Kamare. Henderson outside. Avdia from outside. Nikola Jokic grabs the miss.
And lockdown defense against one of the best three-point shooters in the league.
Drops in the 3.
The top passer at his position, Jokic is consistent at moving the ball.
Three-pointer Sharp. Up again. Jokic grabs the board. Denver's gone 2 of 5 from deep. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. The Trailblazers have gone only 1 of 6 so far. Avdia from outside, counted from distance.
Oh, and that's a nice find by one of the youngest players in the league. Sharp with tremendous upside to his game.
Tipped. It's a one-on-one situation. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. The Nuggets have gone 2 of 6 to open up this game. Murray for 3. That one won't fall. He's 1 for 3 on the day. The Trailblazers shooting just 25% from the field in the first quarter.
Attacking the hoop. That is Scoot Henderson's bread and butter. Unstoppable when he's going downhill.
Pass to Brown. Back to Murray. Just under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the first quarter. He drops it from range.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Man, was there a guy more fit to run that 2023 team than Murray?
I don't think so, Brian. I mean, think about what Murray did. After coming off an ACL injury, he leads them to the finals along with Jokic and the rest of his teammates, and he went off in every playoff series. Tough shots, clutch shots, timely shots. Incredible stuff by Jamal Murray.
Denver in the lead. The open shot, Jokic. Portland with a rebound. Avdia's got 4 rebounds now. Sharp passes to Williams. Back to Sharp. Fader on the way. And it's Denver with a rebound.
Great contest of the shot. Kind of forced him to fade back more than he'd like.
And here's Gordon from the arc. Pure from 3-point range.
You know, when Gordon is hitting this all the time, the defense will have to play up on it. Consistency is the key.
Henderson, the pass to Avdia. Again, the miss by Portland.
Hey, you know, I like the competitive spirit, but when you look at it, I think he rushed that 3 a little bit because he was trying to get back at his opponent.
Nails it from 3.
He just brings a great feel for the game at the offensive end.
Henderson misses. And it's the Nuggets ball. They're rolling here, 9 unanswered. And the shot goes down.
And adding to this lead right now, riding a wave of momentum.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
Goes up on the wing. Ooh, a little luck that time as it drops. Now Murray. And here's Gordon from the arc. And so it's the Denver Nuggets closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And before we move on, what have you guys seen from Denver?
Oh, what I love was that first quarter was all about leaking out and capitalizing in transition.
Yeah, I like the way they play. They're looking to get up and down the court every time. Racehorse basketball here tonight. Strap it up. Don't look down. You'll miss something.
On the court right now for Portland, Jeremy Grant out there with Walker. Then it's DeAndre Ayton. Then there's Anthony Simons. And it's Rupert in at the shooting guard position. And it's Simons missing.
He expects to make every one of those, and we expect him to make them too.
Blockbuster trades have become more the norm here in the NBA, Grant. Just ask Portland in 2023.
Yeah, the Trailblazers were at the center of some big moves, but that's just how it's done now. Entire teams can be restructured in the process of a single transaction.
Blazers trail by 7. Pass to Graham. Walker for 3. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Yeah, that's just good basketball there by Grant. Moving the ball to the wide open man and getting an assist out of it.
And again, Denver no good. The Trailblazers have gone just 1 of 3 to begin the second quarter. The drive by Simons. Here's Rupert. Three-pointer, no good. Denver leading by 4. Here's Watson. And the three-pointer goes.
The rare assist for Jordan. Good to see that he can drop a dime occasionally.
Simons against Westbrook. A deep 3. And the basket by Rupert. Rupert's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, Jeremy Grant averaged single digits in points the first 4 seasons of his career. But over the last 4 seasons, he's scoring over 20 a game. He said it all changed for him back in Detroit, adding, quote, I grew as a player, being the #1 option and seeing different coverages. Now I'm reaping the benefits, unquote. Brian?
All right, Allie, thanks. Now here's Westbrook. No made baskets yet. Here's Chanchar. Walker covering. Chanchar's shot is off. And Ayton has got the ball here for Portland. They trail by 7. And here's Grant from the arc. Rebounded by Denver. Jordan's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Over to the wing. Westbrook, the pass to Watson. That's good. And so Westbrook with the assist. Watson's got 6. Well, Grant, you played on some very tight-knit teams. Talk to us about chemistry.
Well, B.A., you know, in some sports, chemistry is not a big issue. But in basketball, it is huge. You have to trust and believe in your teammates, and it has to be a unit, not 5 separate individuals.
Westbrook with it. Now guarded by Simons. Launches it. Chanchar's shot is off. Blazers trail by 10. And it's Simons penetrating. Walker finds Simons. Into the lane. And it's Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got rebound number 8 now. Here's Chanchar. Walker pulls down the board.
This has not been his best quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Kept alive. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Trailblazers. Blazers trail by 7. 50 seconds left in the first half. Up top, Walker. And here's Simons outside. Again, Simons missing. The Nuggets shooting just 33% so far in this game. And another miss by Denver.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Walker for 3. And it's Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Westbrook right side. Grant with a steal. So we conclude the first half. Nuggets ahead, leading by 7. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway. And if you're just joining in, one half is in the books, one half to go. One guy who's been getting it done is Jamal Murray.
He's hit shot after shot from deep. He's so locked in right now.
Well, you know, the stroke looks fantastic. Even when he's had a hand in his face, it hasn't affected him at all.
Gordon and Jokic together in the middle. Brown and Porter Jr. are the 2 and the 3. And it's Murray in at the point guard position. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets. Gordon can't hit. Blazers trail by 7. Well, Clark, you look at Denver's lineups. They have a lot of size on this team.
Yeah, I tell you what, it's kind of the polar opposite of small ball, B.A. I mean, with Jokic in the middle and a lot of length on the wings and in the backcourt, too, this is a growing trend in the league as I see it.
Williams. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. It goes on Aaron Gordon. These are his first free throws of the game.
Yeah, that's a great asset to have, guys, for any team. Coming down the stretch in close games, you've got a guy who's confident and very good at the line. When he steps up there, you feel good about it.
Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident, too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all this work from behind the arc. It's a sensational ball movement there. When you pass the ball like that, good things happen.
Murray, no good. Blazers trail by 7. Pass to Kamari, and he drives in. Off the outside. The 3 is up. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Jokic has got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Williams.
He clipped the ball there, but not enough to nab the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
Now here's Jokic. No good on the quick 3. Henderson outside. Launches it from deep. Porter pulls it in. Denver leading by 7. Pass to Jokic. The 3 ball. For 3. The Joker knocks it down.
Well, Jokic is a judicious three-point shooter, so you know he likes the look when he takes one.
And so it's Jokic who brings up the ball for Denver. Since the second half started, they've only given up 3 points. Fires from way outside. It's hauled in by Nikola Jokic. Jokic has got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Now here's Jokic. 10-point lead. This is their biggest of the game.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
Murray for 3. And again, Denver with a 3.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Here's Henderson. Pass to Sharp from behind the arc. Knocks it down from distance. Sharp's got 5 now.
And everybody wants to see what kind of range Sharp has. Looks like the NBA three-point line won't be a problem for him.
Murray passes to Gordon. Avdia with a steal. Now the Blazers moving it up.
2 minutes remaining.
Oh, it's stolen.
2 minutes.
Here's Gordon driving inside, and that one's good. He's got 5.
And whenever there's an opportunity to drive, Gordon just flies to the rim. Great quickness, breathtaking quickness.
Back to Henderson.
You have to be kidding me.
Wow, that's how you take things into your own hands.
Yeah, he wanted credit for the basket and the assist on that one.
From deep, Jokic. Williams grabs the board. Williams has got his 6th rebound on the night. Henderson drives in. Pass to Avdia. Up and over Gordon. It's wide right, hits off the rim. Denver leading by 10. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
The Blazers have a lot to learn. Coach Chauncey Billups said, I owe it to these players to coach them. The only way I know to do that is with honesty. It's always coming from a good place. Once you know that, then you take it with love. I lead with love. I don't lead with fear. Brian?
That's a Hall of Fame mentality, Allie. He's been in their shoes. Here's Sharp. The Nuggets getting their last shot to go. The lead now in single digits.
Doing what he can to help shrink the deficit, but it has to be a team effort.
The Nuggets have gone 5 for 9 from the floor in the 3rd quarter. Murray passes to Jokic. Up top, Porter, guarded by Sharp. And the call will be against Nikola Jokic. That's his first foul of the game. And the Nuggets going with a whole new group out there. Blazers trail by 9. Simons outside, shoots over Westbrook. Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
I mean, come on, a 7-footer with a 7'5" wingspan. Ayton beats everyone to the ball and converts easily.
Offensive rebound, out left to the wing. Grant with a steal. Here's Rupert. Here's Walker. Perry from outside.
There will be 2 minutes to review the play.
The officials are going to check that shot again and make sure they got it right before we go to the 4th.
And there's really plenty of time remaining in this game, so you want...
The 3rd quarter comes to a close. It's Denver up by 7. And we'll have the start of the 4th quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
Boy, that's a nice asset to have. It's a huge boost to any offense, too. It adds a whole nother dimension when you've got a big guy that can pass.
4th quarter action is upon us. Thanks, as always, for joining us. And on the floor for Portland here in the 4th. They've got DeAndre Ayton, Jeremy Grant out there with Jabari Walker. Then there's Anthony Simons, and it's Rupert in at the 2-guard spot. Here's Jordan. Here he goes. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Boy, this is Jordan doing what he does best. Not only does he bang it down, he does it with real major force.
Ayton in the high post. Jordan's there. Ayton, no good. The Nuggets lead by 9. Westbrook, the pass to Jordan. Fires away from way outside. Westbrook with the miss.
Maybe he thinks he has that type of range, but I don't think his coaches will agree.
Yeah, you know what? Sometimes guys have the green light to take that shot, but I don't think he's one of them.
The Nuggets have gotten just 1 shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the 4th. Westbrook, the pass to Chanchar. Back to Westbrook. There's the triple. Chanchar's shot is off.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Grant outside. From the top of the key. Watson with a rebound.
I wouldn't say that's exactly his spot now. I mean, and you can see why.
And book it, Chanchar.
Well, we know what a skilled passer Westbrook is, but you still got to appreciate that dime there. Very impressive.
And yep, it's good. Grant's got his first basket. Now here's Westbrook. Takes the three. And Aiden pulls it down. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. Hey, expanding his range. Buries it from three. And now just a 5-point Denver lead.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
Let's go with a three. Portland grabs the miss. Aiden's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Simons passes to Aiden. He tries for three. Oh, wow. Drew the contact, and that three almost went in. So he'll go to the line for 3 free throws. They'll pin that one on DeAndre Jordan. And a new group getting ready for Portland. To the obvious, checked in for Walker. Kamara comes in for Grant. Sharp, he's checked in for Rupert. And it's Henderson in for Simons.
Tough miss at this juncture. They're down 2 baskets right now.
2 minutes remaining in the
Jokic passes to Murray. Fires from deep. Brown's shot is good. And the Nuggets lead by 7.
Defensively, there was a lack of aggressiveness, and it really made it easy for him to knock that shot down.
Aiden against Jokic. Tries from 6 feet. Rebounded by Denver. Jokic has got 14 rebounds tonight. Going after it. And again, it's Denver converting.
Hey, he's a big guy that can pull up from seemingly anywhere at any time. Jokic is just made a little different, folks.
Three-pointer Sharp. Nikola Jokic grabs the miss. The Nuggets lead by 9. Here's Brown. And again, Denver with a three.
Their offense has been unstoppable, just firing on all cylinders.
And, you know, the lead just keeps growing. I mean, this game is not going to get out of their grip. They're going to keep pulling away.
Murray, no good. And Aiden has got the ball here for the Trailblazers.
And there's no way this margin gets close.
Oh, man, I did not see that coming.
With authority.
Did he just do that? Wow.
Oh, man.
Put that one-man show on Broadway.
That's one way to go with the alley-oop.
And, fellas, he pulled it off to perfection.
This one for 3. Portland with a rebound. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Aiden with it. Checked by Murray. Here's Kamara. Pass to Sharp. Gordon with a steal. Back come the Nuggets on the run. Jokic way outside. Offensive board. Second chance shot. Shot and game clock separated by 5. And at last, they get one to fall. And the Nuggets lead by 12.
They got a big lift from their crowd tonight, giving them the energy they needed.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it, they've done it.
So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
But eventually, I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm a medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it fake. Kinda like the view with the dice and me and top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak beat back in the pistol. Let him run, let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla.
It's Sabonis in at the center, locking down the middle. And for Denver, the 4 and the 5, it's Gordon and Jokic. Sharing the wing spots, it'll be Brown and Porter Jr. And it's Murray in at the 1. RJ, kind of a lopsided matchup tonight in some regards, but everyone loves an underdog.
Yeah, let's not forget, this is the NBA. Anything can happen, and even lower-ranked teams are elite. We could still have a real contest on our hands tonight.
LaVine finds Murray. A 3 ball, and it's LaVine that time on the assist by Murray.
How about the confidence that LaVine has? Feels like he can take these shots whenever he wants.
Kicks it out to Gordon. Pass to Brown. Murray outside. On the wing, Porter. Clock at 4. From the arc. Sinks the three-pointer.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Now, here's Sabonis. It's Ellis on the wing. He's looking for LaVine and finds him. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
What determination from LaVine, finding his finish despite the contact.
And Richard, you look back, Zach LaVine has been one of those microwave-type players. He can get hot in a blink of an eye.
Zach LaVine is one of those players that when he catches fire, there is nothing you can do about it. He can score from deep, multiple level score. And when he gets going, ooh, it could be a problem.
DeRozan. It's hauled in by Gordon.
Fantastic defense, giving full effort.
Shoots it. And it's Sacramento with the rebound.
Defense kind of rolled the dice there, and I'm a little surprised it ended up going their way with the miss.
Now let's the pass to Sabonis. Sabonis' screen on Jokic. Wide open look here for Murray. Hits the jumper in space.
Well, nice to see Murray expanding his arsenal a little. Some versatility in his shooting will serve him well.
And Jokic gets it to go.
Hits the runner like there's nothing to it. Look, for my money, that's one of the tougher shots in the game.
LaVine passes to Sabonis. To the paint, kick out to LaVine. Misses from short range. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the Nuggets. Pass to Brown. And a wide open look for Porter. The offensive rebound on the wing. Porter. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. Porter's got a couple of threes now in the first for Denver. Sabonis, the pass to DeRozan. Back to Sabonis. Second chance shot. Murray finds DeRozan. Fires for 3. No good that time. Denver leading by 4. From deep, Jokic. And Sabonis pulls it down. Kings have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. When it's all said and done, Jokic, Greg, is going to be the Nuggets' career leader in many categories.
And he's already their franchise leader in rebounds, assists, triple-doubles, and playoff points, and many other advanced stats as well.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Nikola Jokic may not be the most physically gifted, but there's an old saying in basketball, you're as fast as you can anticipate. LeBron James says he sees plays before they happen. A lot of people don't understand it, but I do. He's special. Kevin?
You know, his mind for the game is just on another level. We appreciate that report. Hey, Greg, one thing that the Kings have had work for them over the last few seasons is their depth.
And have made some shrewd moves to fill out their bench. Got great contributions from their 6 through 10 players. It's been a big part of their recent success.
And LaVine's combination of athleticism and shooting makes him dangerous. A multifaceted player with a strong work ethic.
Now Porter following the three-point attempt by Aaron Gordon. And that one's good by Porter.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Good on the three-point shot. Murray's got 5.
Oh, I could almost hear Murray say, oh, you hit a 3? Let me match that real quick.
And here's Jokic outside. Outside for Murray from past the arc. Sacramento grabs the miss. Sabonis has got his 4th rebound in this one. It's stolen by DeRozan. And so it's Denver with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. From beyond the arc, they've been absolutely tremendous. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Nuggets?
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
And guys, another thing I love is their pursuit of the ball. I mean, creating second-chance opportunities just with effort.
They've got Peyton Watson. Russell Westbrook out there with DeAndre Jordan. And it's Strother in at the 2. That's the group for Denver getting going here in the second. Out of bounds, Sacramento takes possession. The Kings trail by 4. Here's LaRavia. Here's Monk. Jordan with the rebound. Nugget shooting not great, 40% for the game. And RJ Malik Monk has evolved into an elite bench threat.
Has always had the game for that role. Letting him be that spark plug guy suits him perfectly. And when he's hot, he is as dangerous as anyone in this league.
Miles kicks to Valanciunas. Cuts off the pass. Watson for 3. Good on the triple. Watson's got his first 3 points of the game.
And I like the pass from Westbrook there, wanting to hit the guys right in their spots.
The shot's good from Carter.
Just outstanding distribution. This is the kind of team chemistry that you love to see.
Pass to Chanchar. The shot comes out.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
And those are the type of shots that just drive coaches crazy. Look, I wouldn't be shocked to see him sitting on the bench if he tries that bad boy again.
Monk. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan. And eventually, every player, GA, has to grapple with age, realizing they've lost a step or 2 against the young fellas. And sometimes that is a very slow realization.
Oh, it is, Kevin. Hopefully, by that point, it's less about financial security and more about prolonging the inevitable, simply for the love of the game.
The Kings trail by 3. Here's LaRavia. The shot goes down and he gets this game back to even. LaRavia's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Sacramento moving it around. It's stolen by Watson. Goes up. And Westbrook throws it down.
I love when Westbrook gets inside like this. You know he's looking to dunk every single time.
Miles sets a screen for Monk. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
That's just smart basketball right there. Finding a way to get a high percentage shot on offense.
The Kings have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4. And you look at this year's Denver team, you know, Greg, trying to get more from their bench than they did last year.
Yeah, and you just don't want your starters to play so many minutes that they get gassed in the postseason. That's something Denver's trying to avoid this time around. Easier said, though, than done.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Pass to Chanchar. 3-pointer. They get it back. Here's Strother from deep. Chanchar, no good.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Out to Carter. Monk with the ball. 1:33 left to play here in the second quarter. And Malik Monk is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Pass to Strother. The three. It's good, and Watson picking up the assist. Strother's got the game tied up here for the Nuggets.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here. The Nuggets shooting in the second quarter has been pretty embarrassing, just 27%. And good that time. And it's a 3-point Denver lead. Carter against Westbrook. Out to Carter. Here's the three. It's hauled in by Watson. And so it's Watson who will bring it up for Denver. Here's Strother. Westbrook against Carter. 6 to shoot. Shanshar, the pass to Westbrook. Good work defensively by Carter. The Kings trail by 3. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Pass to LaRavia. Hits the three-point bomb. LaRavia's got 6. Denver shooting around 36%. They're just not able to finish consistently. Here's Strother. Out of bounds. Sacramento will take possession.
Substitution on the floor.
Six seconds left to play here in the half. Launches from deep. And Ellis with the block. It's not going to go for him. It's all tied in Denver. A chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. One guy who's been getting it done is Michael Porter.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You love guys who can get their shots within the flow of the offense.
On the floor for Sacramento, the post pair for him will be Murray and Sabonis. Levine is out there with Ellis, and it's DeRozan in at the small forward position. On the clock. It's hauled in by Gordon. Gordon's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Murray outside. Jacks up a 3, and he's good on the 3-ball. Murray's got the first basket of the third quarter for Denver.
And operating off the ball, credit Murray for staying engaged, ready to fire when asked.
Check out Levine getting artful at the rim, leaving the defense just completely clueless of how to stop it.
Murray, the pass to Jokic. And if you're just joining us, we've played over a minute here in the third. There's the triple. It's hauled in by the Kings.
And sometimes on defense, you can just get lucky.
Pass to Murray for the lead. From beyond the arc and then some. Murray's got 8 points.
And you like Murray as a spot-up shooter. Knows where to park himself and always ready to receive the pass.
Gordon kicks to Jokic. Jokic lets it fly from outside.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Levine wide open. Knocks it loose. And he gets it back. Sabonis finds Levine. Can't drop the tough three-pointer.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Yeah, he might have been feeling himself a little too much on that one. He can hit it, but not consistent.
And it's Jokic missing. For Sacramento, they've gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. What's great about Jokic, GA, is he can put it down! Wow!
My gracious, way to get up. A more effective playmaker than he gets credit for. Levine, solid at sizing up defenses and taking what they give him.
Brown, the pass to Murray. Here's Brown. Launches it. And Sabonis pulls it down. On the wing, Levine, defended by Gordon. And Levine, here we go. Porter pulls it in.
Why? Just why? Come on, man. Save that one for practice.
Murray, good.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an edge.
I've been on the edge of my seat courtside. Man, this has been a barn burner.
With 3, Levine. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Jokic has got 7 rebounds in the game. Wide open look here for Murray. Another 3 for Denver.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
DeRozan for 3. Denver grabs the miss. Jokic has got rebound number 8 now on the night. Pass to Murray. Back to Jokic for 3. It's hauled in by the Kings.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
It's just like his legendary dad. Sabonis is a large man with a smooth shot.
Over to the left wing. On the wing, Gordon. And stolen by Murray. Outside, Levine. DeRozan against Murray. And it's good from the elbow. DeRozan's got it all tied up now for Sacramento.
This is where DeRozan makes his living. Such an excellent mid-range shooter.
Outside for Murray. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. From deep, Jokic. A three-pointer is right on target. Jokic has got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for Denver. Murray outside. Another 3 for Sacramento.
Flexing his accuracy. Defenses have to be aware of where Murray is at all times in the perimeter.
Murray, the pass to Gordon. That's in there. Murray with the assist. Murray's got his 4th assist in this one.
That's a guy you want taking shots. A quality offensive player.
And then Levine with the jam.
And guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness. What a performance by Jamal Murray. He has been the story for... Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. In at the guard spots, it's Murray and Brown. The forwards are Porter Jr. and Gordon to his side. And it's Jokic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets. And Levine, here we go. DeRozan's shot is off. Denver in the lead. Gordon with it. Now guarded by DeRozan. Brown. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Brown's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Nuggets. From the arc. And Zach LaVine hits from deep.
And look, he's showing he's not all strength. LaVine with a nice little pull-up.
Jokic against Sabonis. Now, here's Jokic. Pass to Murray. Here's Brown. 5 to shoot. Back to Murray. Over Ellis. Murray, no good. Sacramento's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Sabonis with the ball. Outside, LaVine. To take the lead. And it's Denver with the rebound. Jokic has got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Pass to Brown. Back to Gordon. Outside for Murray. His three-pointer's off the mark. And it's Sabonis with the ball for Sacramento. A great fourth quarter. Just giving up 2 points.
Yeah, I like that he's not taking any chances there. Sabonis goes up strong with the finish.
Now, Jokic. Three-pointer. They get it again. Porter passes to Gordon. Trying to find Jokic. Gets it to him. Here's Brown. And again, Denver no good. Murray kicks to Sabonis. And a wide open look here for Ellis. Kick out to Levine. Three-pointer. It's held in by Jokic. Jokic has got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Murray, the pass to Jokic. It's up a 3. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 5 assists in the game.
Some players shrink when the pressure's on, but he lives for these moments.
Murray finds Levine. And jammed down, and he goes right on top of Aaron Gordon.
Levine is taking it upon himself to be the man in crucial moments. He's that kind of clutch player.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Murray against Gordon. 1:53 left to play in the final quarter. Rebound collected by Levine. The Kings leading. DeRozan scanning the floor. Goes up on the wing. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Jokic has got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. And Levine with the block.
When you got bounce like Levine, you're always a threat to get your hand on the ball when you contest.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. A nice shot by Brown.
Defensively, you can't back off him that much. You don't want to give up easy threes at this stage of the game.
There's Levine. Oh, he misses the dunk. The Nuggets shooting has been a little ragged, just 38% from the field. From deep, Jokic. The kick out to Porter. Pass to Brown. It's good from beyond the arc.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
What a huge play coming through when it matters most. Oh, he really wanted that triple. Even though he missed, I really like the competitiveness I'm seeing.
Back to Gordon. Pulls up from the corner. Rebounded by Ellis.
Oh, man, that's tough. That's definitely one he'd like back. Almost too wide open.
The wide open look here for DeRozan. Oh, wow, a huge basket to tie the game.
Here is a guy you can count on in these moments. The high pressure doesn't even bother them all.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Pass to Jokic. Got it!
Calm and collected in the game's biggest moments. You can rely on Jokic when you need a basket.
Levine kicks to Murray. Back to Levine. Fires the 3. So it's the Nuggets taking the W in a close one. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
I mean, these are...
Thanks so much, David. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
attention is drawn to the front court matchup.
Oh, yeah, this should be a battle on the baseline. Great to watch skilled bigs trade blows and show off what they can do down low.
Now the starting group for the Sacramento Kings. The duo inside, it's Murray and Sabonis. Then it's DeMar DeRozan. Then there's Zach LaVine, and it's Ellis in at the point.
Yeah, and Henderson has got some hops for sure. You cannot let him get to the rim.
Sabonis, the pass to Murray. Here's Ellis. Jacks up a three. Knocks down the long J.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
I briefly spoke with Chauncey Billups. Keegan Murray came up during our conversation, and he remarked, Murray is just a classic wing. He has length, he can shoot it, he defends well. I really like his game. And I told our team to pay extra attention to him on both ends. High praise for Murray.
All right, Allie, thanks once again.
LaVine's gotten better and better at drawing contact and getting to the line. He had to work at it as a young player, but that work has paid off.
Grant, there have been so many great players that have gone through Portland over the years.
Yeah, it's hard to believe it's almost 50 years since their last title. It's a great city with a great fan base. And for their sake, I hope their second title comes soon.
Avdia passes to Henderson. He got a piece of it.
Yeah, great work on defense right there. Shooters have to be careful when Murray is lurking nearby.
For Portland, they've gone 1 for 3 so far. Avdia outside. Pass to Kamari. Williams, a screen on DeRozan. Sends it home from three-point land.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
LaVine finds Murray. Back to LaVine. Stolen by Sharp. 5-on-3 break. Avdia from outside. Drills it from deep.
Oh, and that's a nice find by one of the youngest players in the league. Sharp with tremendous upside to his game.
And about 2 minutes into the first quarter here. Pass to Ellis. The three. And they call over the back here. Too much contact.
A terrific box out that draws the over the back call.
Yeah, it's something we don't see a whole lot in games. Just too aggressive going up.
Henderson with it. Checked by Murray. Henderson, the pass to Avdia. No good on the triple. The Kings have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Hits the three-pointer. Avdia's got 6 points.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
Back to Henderson. Outside Sharp. To the wing on the left. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Henderson. Somehow misses the two-handed jam. Sacramento has gone 2 of 2 at the perimeter. DeMar DeRozan, an impressive scorer who takes relatively few three-point shots, Grant.
Yeah, the arc is not his primary focus. He'd rather pick you apart in the mid-range, but he does it so consistently that the points pile up quick.
Really left him alone that time. 9 points in the game.
When you get faced up at one end, you want to get it back at the other.
A bit of a duel going on between them. Came down the floor looking for immediate payback.
Outside for LaVine. To the middle. Right wing. Back to Murray. And a nice finish on the layup.
Yeah, just a solid play by Murray. He knows where to get his shots.
Avdia from outside. It's hauled in by DeMar DeRozan.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
Ellis' shot is off. Portland has gone 4 of 8 from outside in this first quarter. On the wing, DeRozan. And there are the Kings with another bucket.
I love how decisive DeRozan was on that play. He knew he was going to put that shot up well before he caught the ball.
Avdia outside. Beyond the arc. Williams in the post. He's guarded by Sabonis. Pass to Sharp. This one for three. Now here's Avdia. From deep three-point land. No good that time.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. They get it back. Sabonis, the pass to Ellis. From downtown, and DeRozan gets the three. DeRozan's got 5 now.
And what's interesting, the three ball isn't a big part of DeRozan's game, but when he's feeling it, he can make it happen.
Yep, that one goes.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
Yeah, you got to love that kind of effort. Getting in there and fighting through the defense.
And some nice defense there to end the quarter. No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. All right, a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Kings.
Well, those early blocks are key. They are intimidating their opponents and making them hesitant.
Another area where they've excelled has been pushing it on the break. They're really getting after it.
Taking a look at the Kings, they've got Malik Monk. Trey Lyles is out there with Jonas Valanciunas. And it's LaRavia in at the 3. And the Kings have held tough. But it seems like the West has gotten tougher, Grant.
Well, what's the saying? If you're not getting better, you're getting worse. And the Kings have to find that next level.
Walker passes to Simons. Over Carter. And there's Simons. That one's good. On the assist by Walker.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
Here's Monk. And he jams it home with authority.
Oh, my. That's why we have those breakaway rims.
Dude, he risked pulling the whole thing down to the floor right there. And here's Grant from the arc. Hauled in by the Kings. Here in the second quarter, a little over a minute of play. Here's LaRavia. Offline with a 3. Blazers trail by 4. Pass to Walker. Fires the 3. Drains the triple. Walker's got his first 3 points of the game.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
Here's Lyles. Lets it go from deep. Walker pulls down the board. Poke loose. Stolen by Valanciunas. Oh, misses the dunk.
With not a defender in sight, there's no one to blame but himself.
Stolen by Valanciunas. Monk passes to Lyles. Launches a 3. And it's Monk missing. And so Grant will bring it up for the Trailblazers. They've only given up 2 points this quarter. Snatched up. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jonas Valanciunas. That's his first foul.
I have to admit, I mean, it's always a tough decision for the ref on the block charge call.
Sacramento on D. And it just seems like shelf life for head coaches gets shorter and shorter. Stan, even winning coaches aren't safe.
Yeah, even the teams in the top 2 or 3 of their conference are sometimes opting to make a change. In that kind of environment, it's a challenge to coach with any real authority.
Sacramento leading by 4. Pass to Carter. 3-pointer. And it's Portland with a rebound. Simons outside. Here's Rupert. 3-pointer. First shot won't go. Here's Monk. Drives to the hoop. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And after putting it down, he dangles from the rim a little.
Man, that's borderline taunting right there, Grant. They're playing with a certain swagger right now. For Sacramento, they've gotten only 3 of 9 attempts to fall in the second. Here's Lyles. That 3's off the mark. Blazers trail by 4. Hayden with it, guarded by Valanciunas. It's intercepted. Back come the Kings in transition. 4-3. And it's LaRavia missing. Portland has gone just 1 of 6 from the perimeter here in the second. And it's Rupert missing. Sacramento has gone 5 of 12 from 3-point range tonight. Pass to Lyles. He buries it from 3. Lyles has got 6 points in the quarter.
Well, that's basically a warm-up 3 for him. The defense can't allow him that caliber of attempt.
Simons passes to Aiden. Hey, from beyond the arc. Again, the miss by Portland. The Kings lead by 7. Here's Monk. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
He was grabbing the rim to extend the hang time.
Hey, maybe making sure the landing was kinder than the takeoff. Simons, a screen on Monk. Portland again missing. On offense, here are the Kings. A big stretch here going, 10-2. The 3 from Valanciunas. Portland with a rebound. 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And here's Simons outside. Misses another, just 1 of 4 from the floor. Sacramento has gone 6 of 14 from the perimeter tonight. Here's Valanciunas. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Blazers trail by 9. On the wing, Grant. He's checked by Carter. Grant, right side. The 3 is up. No good. Misses at the buzzer. And so we've reached the end of the first half of play. The Kings on top, leading by 9. And we'll be back right after this.
32. Fans, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Give me a beat. They're measuring up the shot.
And we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball left in this one. One of the stories here, Denny Avdia getting it done today.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
Scoot and Sharp with the backcourt set. Robert Williams out there with Avdia. And it's Kamare in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group starting the second half for Chauncey Billups.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. And stand over his long NBA career, DeMar DeRozan honing in his game.
Yeah, Brian, and he's patterned it after his idol, Kobe Bryant. He's also an excellent shot creator. His development as a passer has helped make him a very productive offensive focal point.
Sharp passes to Avdia. Left side Sharp, and there's the foul. It'll go on DeMar DeRozan. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Second half getting started, about a minute played. Outside for Henderson. And he's going for the lob. Clock at 6. Here's Kamare, defended by DeRozan. Sharp against Levine. Levine with a steal, and pushing it up. Here's Sacramento. Tipped. Sharp against Levine. Down low. Oh, Sabonis with the steal. Back come the Kings in transition. Hey, great communication on the lob.
Yeah, the defense expects DeRozan to try and score, but he smartly makes the extra pass.
Oh, Sabonis with the steal. Back come the Kings in transition. Big time alley-oop from DeRozan.
And they've made themselves easy pickings. Sloppy ball control creates an easily converted turnover. Almost had the steal. You have to love the pressure defense.
Yeah, deflections are a stat that a lot of teams track, disrupting the offense's rhythm and flow.
Sharp, no good. The Kings lead by 12. Levine way outside. Look at Levine stretching his range.
You got to know Levine is looking to shoot it whenever he can. I mean, his team depends on him scoring.
Well, Stan, he was a 5-time All-Star. Chauncey Billups, just 1 year as an assistant before becoming a head coach.
Yeah, but Brian, Chauncey Billups was a guy that even when he was a player and then as a broadcaster, always thought like a head coach.
Levine passes to Sabonis. Levine against Sharp. There's the three. Portland with a rebound. Williams has got his 6th rebound on the night. To the paint. Back to Henderson. It's stolen away. Levine with it. Now Sharp defending. And Levine throw it down.
That's the sauce right there. I mean, every night, Levine approaches the rim like it's a dunk contest.
Henderson, the pass to Avdia. 1:50 left to play in the third. Hits the front of the rim and out. Sacramento leading by 15. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
The NBA is focused on the next generation. Commissioner Adam Silver said a lot of top draft picks are incredibly skilled, but that doesn't necessarily translate to being team basketball players. There's an opportunity for us to be more active participants in developing younger players and getting kids active. BA?
One step ahead, Allie. Thanks. And pushing it up, here's Sacramento. Stolen by Sharp. And they're on the break.
That's the type of move that you see in a dunk contest.
Takes great confidence to alley-oop to yourself.
Sure does.
Outside Murray. Jacks up a 3. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Levine. Murray's got 5 points now this quarter.
Yeah, this is the kind of confidence you love seeing. Murray not thinking twice at all about firing away.
Pass to Kamari. From the arc. The shot no good. Oh, some solid D from DeRozan. And stolen by Williams. Off the outside. From deep. DeRozan with the rebound. And so DeRozan will bring it up for Sacramento. 16-point lead, the largest margin in the game. Left side Sharp. Pass to Williams. Sharp up top. 3 seconds left. And the layup is up and in.
Bad idea leaving him open. He needs more defensive attention, not less.
And so it's the Sacramento Kings. A sizable lead of 14 at the break. They put in work. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Yeah, he puts that pass right on the money and made things look easy for his teammate.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. All right, a look at the 5 for the Kings to start the 4th quarter. DeRozan and Murray in at the forward spots. Then it's Domantas Sabonis. Then there's Zach LaVine. And it's Ellis in at the 1. And Grant gets it to go. Stan, in this league, the opportunity always exists to make a name for yourself.
It certainly does, Brian. And guys that maybe haven't gotten their opportunity, if they're ready when they get it, then they're going to burst onto the scene, and they'll no longer be under the radar guys. Look at a guy like Jalen Brunson, 2nd-round pick, bench guy in Dallas for a long time, and then now an all-star.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
And sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first. Well, the defense did everything they could there, but his skills as a finisher, wow.
Here's Rupert. They get it back. The Kings lead by 15. The deep 3 from Levine. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Walker's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Back to Grant. Here's the 3. Rebound by Sacramento. Sabonis outside. Pass to Murray. Takes the 3. Knocks down the triple. And the Kings lead by 18.
And if I'm Murray's teammates, I keep feeding him. I mean, he is cooking right now.
Ooh. And it's Simons missing.
That's a decent look for him. He just couldn't convert.
From 13. Not enough on that one as it misses. The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 5 from the field in this final quarter. And here's Grant from the arc. And Domas Sabonis pulls it down. Sabonis has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Ellis' shot is off. Portland has got 2 of 5 threes to go here in the 4th. Here's Ayton. It's rebounded by Sabonis. Sabonis has got his 8th rebound here tonight. DeRozan for 3. And another miss by Sacramento. Blazers trail by 18. And he lobs it up. Oh, it's stolen by DeRozan. Outside Murray. Fires for 3. It's rebounded by Grant. And for the Trailblazers, they're shooting only 29% since the 4th quarter began. Simons passes to Ayton. Up high and down it goes on the lob.
Excellent timing by Ayton on the alley-oop pass. He's perfectly positioned to throw it down. That's his shot, and one I'm sure he wants back.
Takes it inside. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Ayton's gotten 4 this quarter.
Well, you love the unselfishness. Makes the next pass and enables his team to capitalize on the possession.
Pass to Murray. Here in the 4th quarter, just under 2.5 gone by. Shot clock at 6. Ellis drops in the 3.
Really feels like they're in control. They've got a big lead with time dwindling.
Yeah, and at this point, the focus is take care of the ball, no needless fouls, and no threes.
Now Ayton. Fades away. And rebounded by Zach LaVine. The Kings lead by 17.
It looks like it'll be a big win for them here. Time to just cruise to the end of the game and chalk up the victory for the Kings.
Offensively, they made the most of their trips.
They found multiple ways to score consistently, and a little luck doesn't hurt them either. They also got some nice bounces off the rim tonight, too.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Keegan Murray.
Well, he was the reliable option for them on just about every possession. So dependable, always making the right decision.
Now Simons. There's 38 seconds left to play in the 4th quarter. The 3 knocks it down from distance. There's 31 seconds left in the 4th quarter here. Murray from outside fires in the triple. And the Kings lead by 17.
Excellent effort on the road. They've literally sucked the energy out of this arena.
Yeah, and winning games on the road is huge, especially when you get them in such a convincing fashion.
Here's Ellis. He's covered by Simons. So it's the Kings winning this one easily. This one wasn't even close. The home...
But eventually, I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it baked. Kinda like the view with the dice in the mirror, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak beat back in the beer. Let him run, let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla. Let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla.
Defense looking for air. but anything can happen in this NBA.
Kevin, we see upsets happen all the time. It's what makes the sport great. You can't take any team or game for granted.
Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. The 4 and the 5. It's Gordon and Jokic. Sharing the wing spots, it'll be Brown and Porter Jr. And it's Murray in at the 1 spot. Clock is at 3. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. And it's Williams with the ball for the Portland Trail Blazers. Now here's Henderson. Here's Sharp. And a miss there on the triple. Pass to Murray. There's the triple. Avdia with the rebound. For the 3. And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. Williams dishes to Avdia. The tray. It's hauled in by Michael Porter.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off. Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
And Greg, something that is so important to this team, Jamal Murray's shot creation.
It is, Kevin. He creates so much with the ball or off of it. The work he puts in on offense frees up everything for his teammates. Great competitor who's really a perfect fit with this core.
And so the Denver Nuggets get the first points in the ballgame. Here's Kamara. And they come right back with their own 3-pointer.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from Rain.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now it's a shootout.
Now here's Gordon. Here's Brown. Lets it go from deep. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. Portland's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Pass to Kamara. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Henderson against Murray. Avdia on the wing. And Sharp has it in the corner. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Jokic passes to Murray. Back to Jokic. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Robert Williams. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. It's good.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
And Portland has possession after the Nuggets pick up 2. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Denver in the lead. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
I was able to talk with Chauncey Billups for a minute. Now the obvious concern is Nikola Jokic, particularly as a playmaker. Coach told me if Jokic goes off for 40 himself, we can still win if we hold his teammates down. But that's tough when he's hitting those guys in their favorite spots. Kevin?
All right, David, thanks. Now here's Gordon. Shoots. And it's Jokic missing.
The D giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
Pass to Avdia. And it's off from 3-point range. Denver leading by 5. The 3. And Jokic gets it to go. The assist by Gordon.
And Jokic showing that he can be a stretch 5.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Fires from deep. Another miss by Jokic. Henderson outside. 58 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Here's Avdia. Buries the long-range jumper.
Just an excellent feel for the game. Scoot Henderson understands how offense is played.
Murray for 3. Rebound by Williams. Trailblazers trail by 5. Henderson for 3. And the Trailblazers another 3.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Avdia against Gordon. Jokic, that's a two-pointer. And another miss by Denver.
Well, he loved to make them pay for giving up that wide-open jumper, just unable to do so.
Here's Sharp. A miss that time would have put him up.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that. One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
And we reach the end of the first quarter. Nuggets lead by 5 from Portland. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And when you consider how Denver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
We got Jeremy Grant. Ayton is out there with Jabari Walker. Then it's Anthony Simons. And it's Rupert in at the 2. That's the group on the floor for Portland. And that one's good, John Shaw.
Well, Westbrook involving his teammates is one thing, but not missing guys wide open, that helps.
No good from Grant.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
And Simons has it in the corner. No good on the triple. The Nuggets leading by 8. Pass to Chunchar. Fires the 3. And Watson has it in the corner. Here's Strother. 4 on the shot clock. Chunchar. Good on the triple. Chanchar's got the lead up to 11 now for the Nuggets.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
And here we go with Westbrook running it up the court. Shoots over Simon. Offensive rebound. Here's Strother. Misses the 3. Trailblazers have gone 0 of 3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will retain possession.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
That shot wide open.
Simons seeing green there, just letting that one rip.
And a foul called on Russell Westbrook. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Simons surveying the D. Grant kicks to Ayton. A three-pointer, no good. And so Westbrook will bring it up for the Nuggets. They've led by as many as 11 points. Here's Chunchar. And again, Denver, no good. Trailblazers trail by 8. Grant outside. Pulls it from 20. And it's Denver with the rebound. Puts up a deep 3. And another miss by Denver.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Ayton kicks to Grant. Pass to Simons. The kick out to Walker. Grant gets a wide open look. That 3 off the mark. The Nuggets leading by 8. Westbrook passes to Chunchar. And again, Denver no good. Portland is gone 1 of 6 from three-point land in the second quarter. Less than 20%, but they've continued to let them fly.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts. But otherwise, the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
And the NBA is truly an international league. I mean, look no further than DeAndre Ayton, hailing from the Bahamas.
Well, you love that him and Buddy Hield carrying the torch for their home country. Ayton is actually the second first overall pick from the Bahamas, the first one being the great Michael Thompson.
And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the Nuggets.
Well, they haven't wasted any time getting into a groove from deep, putting up and hitting a healthy amount of three-pointers thus far.
Well, one thing that's noticeable is just tremendous energy from everybody, and they put that into their transition play. All that hustle is paying off.
Walker's shot is off. Denver leading by 4. Pass to Strother. Back to Jordan. With the drive. Here's Strother. Just 5 to shoot. Can they get it? And Jordan with the nice inside bucket.
Not allowing the defense to cover him or alter his shot there was DeAndre Jordan getting to the rim.
Ayton wide open. It's good from long range. Ayton's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Westbrook kicks to Jordan. The kick out to Westbrook. Wide open look. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. Ayton's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Simon.
That's tough because that one's preventable. The defense has nothing to do at all with that turnover.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Here's Strother. Still yet to score. Pass to Watson. To the wing on the left. Watson the screen. Westbrook kicks to Watson. From outside the arc. The rebound by Simon. He gets it up. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drums, please. They're thinking about the shot.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. One guy who's been getting it done is Michael Porter.
Yeah, I don't know if there's anything that the league can do to slow him down. He's just that good.
Yeah, avalanche warning in this one. He is just on a roll.
Taking a look at the Nuggets. The forwards are Porter Jr. and Gordon to his side. In at the guard spots, it's Murray and Brown. And it's Jokic in at the 5, roaming the paint. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, Michael Porter Jr. was the #1 ranked player in high school, but a back injury changed things. He said, my potential may look different now, but as long as I can truly say what I had, I gave it my all. That's all that success should be defined by. Kevin, he grounds himself in gratitude and the work he's put in.
Thanks, D.A. He is a worker and living the dream. Jokic, no good. Trailblazers trail by 3. And Portland with another turnover here. Over the course of a season, each team takes on a certain personality. Brent, do coaches try to shape that personality based on their roster?
Well, Kevin, it's a great question, and I think the best coaches in our league adapt to the personality of the team as it starts to formulate throughout the season. You lean in to what guys naturally are. Some success comes with that.
Pass to Kamare. Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. Here's Avdia. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. The Nuggets leading by 6. Outside, Porter. Gordon, the pass to Porter. From downtown, and again, Denver with the triple.
Bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
Oh, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
Mano y mano. This is where it can get a little personal.
Yeah, again, you can't take this too far to make it too selfish, but that exchange, that's fun to watch.
Brown, the pass to Jokic. No good from outside. Trailblazers trail by 6. There's the lob to Avdia, and stolen by Gordon. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Robert Williams. That'll be his second foul of the game.
First team foul.
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Now Murray puts up a deep three. The Nuggets with another miss. And here's Henderson. He'll bring it up for the Trailblazers. Pass to Kamare. Tipped away. Back to Henderson. This one for three. It's hauled in by Michael Porter.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that, and that's a bad miscue, and you can't give up looks like that all game long. That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
Murray with it. Now Henderson defending. Takes a three. Another three for Denver.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
Near the three-point line, it's Porter. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. Trailblazers trail by 12. Henderson outside. Pass to Kamare. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Here's Denver now. They're on a 15-6 run. Porter, no luck.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
The Nuggets leading by 12. Here's Brown. That's in there. Murray with the assist. Brown's got 5 now.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
And he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
The Nuggets have gotten 6 of their 12 shots to drop for him here in the second half so far. That's a 2 from Gordon. Kept alive. 23 seconds left here in the third quarter. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got his 6th rebound on the night. Avdia dishes to Henderson and stolen by Gordon. And now Jokic pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Williams with the block, and he recovers it.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. The solo alley-oop? That's not something we see too often.
Timed perfectly. Caught the defense totally off guard. Got it off in time. That shot misses. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. The Nuggets on. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Walker out there with DeAndre Ayton. Then there's Grant. Then it's Anthony Simons. And it's Rupert in at the 2 spot. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Simons from outside. Knocks down the 3 ball.
This is how confident Simons is playing right now. He knows how lethal he is off the catch.
Denver leading by 12. Here's Jordan. Misses off the left iron. For Portland, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. The solo alley-oop? That's not something we see too often.
Timed perfectly. Caught the defense totally off guard. Jordan, high post. Ayton's there. Jordan drives in. 6 on the shot clock. Driving to the basket. Puts it in off the nasty crossover. And the Nuggets lead by 12.
Well, Jordan covers a ton of ground, moving to the basket well there with purpose.
Gets it down to single digits. Simons has got 8 here in the quarter.
another bomb for him right now. His three-point shooting might be the key to cutting that lead.
Well, he's doing everything he can to make them competitive. And by everything, I mean draining threes.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Bangs home the trifecta.
The adjustments they've made offensively, they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
The possession's just way more efficient, I think, here tonight. Taking smarter, better shots, moving the ball around. That's helped them to get back in the ballgame.
The Nuggets leading by 8. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Here are the Trailblazers with the ball. They're on a 13-4 run. And Ayton throws it down.
What a finish by Ayton, using those long arms to snatch that pass up high.
Stolen by Walker. And here is Ayton. Outside, Walker. Ball's knocked loose. And pushing it up, here's Denver.
Oh, can we get a load of that one? Take that play and put it in the alley-oop textbook, boys.
Perfectly done. You're right. He put it on a platter for him. That's a 2 from Simons. Again, the Trailblazers good for 2.
Well, you got to find ways to keep feeding Anthony Simons. Right now, this guy is on fire.
Pass to Watson. And stolen by Ayton. Fast break. Here we go. Westbrook with the steal. It's Jordan with the drop. And it's Jordan slamming it down.
We have a lot of great jumpers in the league, but DJ makes a statement every time. Elbows above the rim that time.
Denver leading by 8. Chanchar, the pass to Jordan. The 3. Walker with the rebound.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Denver's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0-4 since the start of the final quarter. Not a lot of time left for the Trailblazers in this one. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. A nice shot by Simons.
And it's crucial, but Simons takes that responsibility and gets it done.
Pass to Watson. Here's Chanchar, guarded by Walker. Here's Strother. Now Westbrook, pocket 6. Now here's Watson. Rupert grabs the board. This could be a turning point.
Critical possession right here.
And it's Simons missing.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-ups, so maybe just a step too far.
For 3, Westbrook sinks the three-pointer. And the Nuggets lead by 8.
Give them credit. They've worked hard all game, now looking to finish it.
No, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Ayton with it. Shot clock at 5. And there it is for him. So we see Denver get the win here. This was a very strong showing for. All right, David, thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks.